Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, direct your attention to center court for the awards ceremony.
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. So the Nets starting five. We've got Durant. Simmons is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Warren, and it's Claxton in at the five down low. And for the Bucks, longtime teammates Middleton and Giannis, the forward. Holiday and Connaughton are the guards. And it's Portis in at the center. And I know every player counts down the seconds to opening night, Clark. How exciting was it for you to be on the court when the games finally took on real meaning?
You know, Kevin, it was always exciting because you never take it lightly. It's a great blessing to be able to play, and after you've gone through the preseason games and training camp and the like, you're excited to have the energy of the crowd in the building and the game starting to count for real. So it's always exciting.
The shot by KD, no good. Middleton outside. Banked in off the glass. Middleton's got the opening basket of the game for the Bucks.
Middleton's so good under pressure. He's always composed and under control.
The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And it's Irving missing. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Bucks. Here's Connaughton to the inside. Portis. And Portis throws it down.
I'll tell you what, his vertical is awesome, off the charts. A short center who still makes his presence felt.
Now Simmons. Outside, KD. Over Holiday. And KD, the bucket on the assist by Simmons.
Focus, intense focus. Durant has bundles of it. Once he catches the rock, the first thing on his mind is let it go.
Now here's Middleton. No good that time. Nice D from Warren.
And one of the more versatile players in this league. Simmons gives you assists, rebounds, steals, and he continues to develop as a scorer.
Here's Durant. Shoots over Portis. Durant, no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Holiday finds Antetokounmpo. Middleton up top. Plenty of space. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. And of course, Greg, Simmons gets the majority of his points from the foul line down.
And a one-man wrecking crew in transition. Excellent at driving the ball in the half court. And once he gets downhill, he is tough to stop. That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Durant against Middleton. The second effort. That ties it up. Durant's got his second basket of the game.
Never say never with KD. He's fighting hard to protect their possession with a little help from that wingspan that goes on forever.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Middleton. It's hauled in by Claxton.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
KD's shot is off.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration. How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Now, here's Warren. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. Warren the pass to Claxton. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Now, here is Holiday. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Cans it from downtown.
I'll tell you what, he clearly is one of the best players in the league who does not get the same kind of gas that other guys do. But there's no better all-around guard in the NBA than Drew Holiday.
Now here's Simmons. Outside, KD. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. Here's Claxton. Durant with a wide open look. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Nicholas Claxton.
Methodical and productive from mid-range. Few players in the NBA shoot it like Kevin Durant.
And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Mike Budenholzer.
Thanks, Kevin. I expect this to be an inside-out kind of game. This team has a lot of shooters who can really get going once they hit a few. We'll see if they can get on a roll from out there. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. A new lineup here for the Bucks. Big group substitution here for Brooklyn. O'Neal's checked in for Durant. Harris comes in for Warren. Curry's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And it's Mills in for Ben Simmons. And Brooklyn has possession. Following the bucket by the Bucks. And here we go with Allen running it up the court.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Hills with it. Hills there. 5 on the clock. Elbow shot. The rebound by the Bucks.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down. He is that open.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Harris. Oh, that's blocked. Allen surveying the D. And he drives in. No good. And Brooklyn will come the other way. This game against Milwaukee here, it's their first look to start the season.
Yeah, plenty of familiarity in this matchup. Last season, they were knocked out of the playoffs by this club.
Exactly, dispatched in the conference semis, and so they'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge in this game. They should be highly motivated.
Hill, no good. Brooklyn trailing. Mills with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Harris outside. Back to Mills. Pass to Claxton. Goes back up. Hill pulls it in. For Milwaukee, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. It's tipped. Now here's Mills. Guarded closely. 29 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Outside Curry. over Lopez. Curry can't get it to go. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Ingles passes through Allen. Fires for three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Bucks lead by one. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And a hard-charging attacking style for Giannis. He knows he'll absorb some contact along the way.
There's going to be a lot of teams that are going to come out and try to be physical with me, try to hit me, knock down to the floor. But I just got to keep my composure. I think I have great teammates that always talk to me and tell me and stay focused, stay in the game. You know, I know that I'm going to get a lot of contact, and I'm just ready for it.
And such a fierce competitor, but Giannis knows he can't afford to get into altercations with opponents.
No, too important to his team. Sometimes toughness is about keeping your composure even after the tough hits.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Bucks guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Mills. Joe Harris is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Thomas. And it's Claxton at the center, filling out the middle. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 2. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Thomas against Allen. Pass to Lopez. He dishes it to Hill. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal
Greg,
foul.
you played on one of college basketball's all-time super teams. Hard to imagine we'll see that kind of dominance over several seasons like you guys had at UNLV.
It's true, and we still see dominant teams, but you know, the difference is now the most talented teams tend to only play together for one season. And so that makes it really hard to run together stretches where you can call yourself a legitimate dynasty. But I still love where our game is and look forward to watching these young men chase their dreams.
And Hill is really kind of a nice, subtle mix of explosiveness and outstanding defense. A guy who plays both ends of the floor with equal efficiency and effectiveness.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Antetokounmpo comes in for ABC. And it's Drew Holiday in for Allen. Both free throws good from Hill.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. KD, that's for 2. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Durant's got it all tied up now for the Nets. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Nets have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Harris outside. And so the ball goes out of bounds. Lopez touched it last. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
And this is why coaches stress the importance of defense. Big block there in this close game.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. And the Nets also making a change. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Harris. Here's KD. 8 points for him. And the shot goes in.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive. And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way, but Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that portrait.
Simmons really comfortable in tight, and he's so skilled, he makes it look easy scoring inside. Well, you talk about 3-and-D guys. Middleton is the epitome of that player. Great range, mid-range game, can defend multiple positions. He does all of that at an elite level.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Here's Middleton following the bucket by the Nets. Just 5 on the clock. Feeds Giannis. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field. You know, Clark, many view Middleton as the prototypical perimeter player.
I would not disagree at all. I mean, he does everything and does it all well.
Now here's Simmons. The pass to Durant. Over Lopez. Durant, no good. The Bucks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Middleton. The rebound by the Nets.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
It's Thomas outside. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Thomas got the lead up to 3 now for the Nets. Timeout called the Bucks. So valuable on the defensive side of the ball, Simmons goes beyond personal, Clark. He can guard 1 through 5 at a very high level.
Well, Kevin, you start with this tremendous athleticism for a guy that's a legitimate 6'11". He takes pride in defending, and he's disruptive as well as disciplined.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Joe Ingles. Here's Connaughton. He's covered by Irving. From deep three-point range, and Simmons with the rebound. Simmons got his 4th rebound in this one. Connects from three-point range. And it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Seth Curry, he's checked in for Thomas.
Seth Curry.
Nets leading by 6. Outside Irving. Here's Durant, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Durant's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get, and he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Now here's Middleton. He has 7. Shot clock at 6. And that time, also a missed shot. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Nets. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
I find it really interesting to talk to KD about his origins. He says every memory he had growing up involved basketball. Skip prom and stuff like that. He was just focused on the game.
And here's Holiday. Middleton outside. And the Bucks miss again. And Durant grew up in a tough environment. We all know that. Basketball, Greg, was the only way out.
As it has been for so many NBA players, you feel bad for guys with great talent who get derailed along the way. It takes so much hard work and discipline and luck just to have a chance at making it.
Here's Holiday after Ben Simmons' bucket.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut back down to 10 points after they get the bucket from Connaughton.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
From the line, here's KD. He can't hit that time. Giannis with some nice D. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but facial.
Bounce to the ounce, Greg, yeah, showing off the bunny.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad. You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. Top of the key, Holiday. Some solid defense there from KD. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Moving against Holiday. That's tipped. Middleton outside. 27 seconds left to play here in the half. Nice shot by Portis.
Middleton, the scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
Holiday against Irving. Pass to Durant. Shoots over Portis. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Irving. KD's got 21 in the game. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Nets up 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Bud, what are you looking to clean up in the second half?
You know, I don't think our offense is really moving the way we wanted to, hitting up and down the court at a pace. And, you know, we got to make a few more open shots, but I think we can be a lot better offensively.
We've seen that from your team, Coach. I'm sure it'll show up. Thanks. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 21 points and 5 rebounds. It was a return to form for him tonight after struggling in their last outing. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
They've come out determined to push the pace. Up-tempo offense, getting the ball up court as quickly as possible. Managing transition points has been the major difference in this game.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks.
Well, the effort hasn't been there in terms of rebounding the ball. They're getting outworked in that part. But you got to be more physical to turn this thing around. I don't know if they have the personnel to do that, though.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Connaughton and Middleton are your wingmen. Giannis and Portis, the lengthy post pair for him. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
You got to love the heart that Giannis has. I mean, it's just on full display how he loves his team, he loves his community, he loves playing the game, and he really always makes an extra effort to help and support other people. He's an impressive young man.
Good on the second free throw. Brooklyn leading by 7. On the wing, Irving. Outside, KD. Yes, that goes in. KD's got 23.
Durant's ability to score in a lot of different ways is huge, and he makes it look easy.
Outside, Holiday. To the paint. Here's Connaughton. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Connaughton's got 6 points.
Nice dime drop there from Holiday. Excellent awareness.
Simmons against Holiday. KD dishes to Irving. Floats one up, and that's 2 points on the layup. Irving's got his first basket.
How many different ways can Kyrie Irving beat his man? I mean, his array of moves is endless.
And more than one observer, Greg, has called Irving the most entertaining player in the game. What do you think?
A lot of competition for that distinction. But Irving does some things that no one else can, at least at his level. And then you never know when he's going to give us a juicy soundbite.
The Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Nets. Joe Harris comes in for T.J. Warren. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Phenomenal playmaking instincts from Holiday, getting the ball to a ready shooter on time and on target.
Harris outside. Claxton the pass to Simmons. He lobs it up, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Pass to Holiday. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Irving passes to Simmons. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time.
Joe Ingles is checked in for Milwaukee. And the Nets also making a change. Mills is checked in. And the Nets with possession here. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Harris against Lopez. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
You know, Harris is such an aggressive hunter of his shots. Puts a lot of pressure on the defense, and sometimes they get over-aggressive with him.
It's his first trip to the line.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
That's good from Harris.
Well, Harris has become such a solid role player, guys. A knockdown shooter who really elevates the team above self.
The Nets making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. And Harris drops them both. Bucks trailed by 7. Holiday, the pass to Giannis. And here's Middleton. A shot's good on the assist by Engel. Middleton's got 10 points in the game.
Nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
To the wing on the left. Claxton, the pass to Mills. Into the lane. Here's Claxton. It's thrown by to Kumbo. Middleton outside. Passes it to Holiday. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And Holiday just does so much on the floor, but for me, defense is his #1 attribute. He's arguably the best perimeter defender in the league.
At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Holiday, an elite defender, Greg, as you said, makes life difficult for opposing guards.
And he does a great job of playing D with his feet. Comes up with some blocks and steals each game as well. Never gets lost on a play.
Both free throws good from Drew Holiday.
You know, in the case of Drew Holiday, having 2 brothers in the league, I think probably has added motivation for him to excel.
Mills looking it over. Shot clock at 5. Shoots it up. A rebound by the Bucks.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now, here's Thomas. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Oh, there's that hair trigger release on Patty Mills. No hesitation. Can't shoot. Mark it up.
Here's Giannis. Plays it up and banks it in. Giannis has got 7 points for the group.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
On the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Allen's checked in for Chris Middleton. Here's Mills. And the pass to O'Neal. Out to the wing. Claxton, the pass to Thomas. And here's Mills for 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Mills has got 5.
And there's one of the sharpest weapons in Mills' arsenal, specifically because of how fast his release is.
Inside, here's Allen, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. He has 5.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Mills finds Thomas. Bucket is good.
Cameron Thomas.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 13 points in the game. Outside Holiday. Good work there as it goes. Holiday's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now that they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Lopez with the block.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that one.
ABC's checked in for Milwaukee. Hill comes in for Drew Holiday. And then for Brooklyn, T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And Curry subbed in for Thomas. Harris inside the line. And again, it's the Nets missing.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Hill looking it over. There's the lob, and Kumbo up high to stop the alley-oop.
You know, that's what you want out of your point guard. Hill is really doing a nice job getting the ball from side to side and not hesitating at all in doing it.
Sharif finds Warren.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Claxton. The kick out to Warren. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I'll tell you what, that really hurts.
And the Bucks making a change here. Portis is checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Kevin Durant comes in for Harris. And it's Ben Simmons in for Patty Mills. Now here is Hill. Allen outside. Fires the three. Rebounded by the Nets. Simmons got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside Curry. Takes it inside. Great D that time from Portis. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for Milwaukee. It's a 1-point game. 1:11 left in the third quarter. And the shot falls short this time. Here's KD. Rebound, Milwaukee. Portis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hill kicks to Ingles. Fades. Portis can't get it to go.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on.
Durant, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists in the game.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Now here is Hill. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Just 5 to shoot. With a floater, he takes it up and lays it in. And the Bucks lead by 1.
For the precise placement by Hill with these floating jumpers, that's a hard shot when he's mastering.
As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Outside Hill. Wow. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 1. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, clearly he's the guy that stirs the drink for him, and that's how he does it, with his dynamite passing skills.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. T.J. Warren out there with Seth Curry. And it's Durant. Then it's Simmons. And it's Irving in at the 2 guard.
You know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Here's Allen. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first.
That's on Ben Simmons.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
That free throw good from Allen. And Allen drops them both. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Outside, Simmons. KD on the wing. Shoots over Portis. No good from Durant. Milwaukee in the lead. Pass to Connaughton. Now Allen. Back to Connaughton. Clock at 4. Hot loose. Stolen by Warren. Pass to Simmons. That one a little long. And for Milwaukee, their shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Allen outside. He's looking for Portis and finds him. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
And, you know, guys, that kind of offensive efficiency really keeps a lot of pressure on the opponent, and that's part of why the lead is what it is. And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And team strategy is closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Brook Lopez is checked in for Milwaukee. Holiday comes in for Grayson Allen. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Seth Curry. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. This is a close game, as you know, but he sounded extremely confident. He told the players, don't let up now, fellas. This is when we make our move. Right now. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. And the Bucks with possession here, following the bucket by the Nets. Holiday with the three. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. And the Nets also making a change. Harris is checked in. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. The 10-footer misses off the right iron.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Antetokounmpo, no good. The Nets with the lead. Outside Durant. Back to Simmons. And a wide open look for Irving. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got assist number 8 now on the night.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Holiday. They can't stop the run with that one. Nets leading by 4. Now Irving. On the way, Harris. Antetokounmpo defending.
Hey, when Giannis is lurking nearby, you got to be careful because his wingspan can erase a lot of shots.
The Nets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Irving kicks to Harris. Passes to Durant. Simmons with it. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Durant, no good.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Down low. Ball stolen. He feeds it to Simmons. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's against Middleton. Back to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Over Harris. Got that one, and the Nets lead has been cut back down to 4 with the made basket from Antetokounmpo.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Timeout call, the Nets.
And the bonus section gets free T-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Portis, he's checked in for Brook Lopez. Simmons against Holiday. The pass to Durant. Shoots over Portis. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. KD's got 27.
Yeah, Durant and his teammates really in sync. I mean, helping each other out, facilitating for each other. That basket there, a real team effort.
Here's Connaughton. The kick out to Holiday. 5 to shoot. Over Durant. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
In the corner, it's Harris. Great tee that time from Giannis. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Middleton. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Simmons inside. Guarded by Holiday. Pass to Claxton. Simmons against Holiday. And Simmons gets the bucket. Simmons got 6 points in the quarter.
The quickness, the size, the speed of Simmons captivating, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
Pass to Giannis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Giannis has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Timeout call, the Nets. They're ahead by 6. There's 1:38 left in the fourth.
Come on and get loud for your Bucks dance team.
.135 left in the fourth quarter. KD with the bucket. KD's got 29 in the game.
What a unique combination of height, athleticism, and ball skills. Durant can make some unbelievable finishes because of it.
Now here's Giannis. And it's good. He's made 2 for every 1 he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And in addition to his great talent, Antetokounmpo has the reputation of being an outstanding leader as well. He's a clutch player who demands the ball in these situations. You love that.
And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Middleton, the pass to Portis.
And Middleton just does a little bit of everything out there. A perfect team player.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Outside, KD. Shoots over Portis. Rebound, Milwaukee. And Connaughton has it in the corner. Back to Holiday. to Cordes. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up, and he commits the intentional foul. T.J. Warren is checked in for Brooklyn.
First team foul. Coming out of the floor for the Nets, T.J. Warren.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Brooklyn, Kevin Durant. At the line for two.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, you look at Durant, and it's obvious. He feels like he's got so much more to prove. I mean, he's as driven a player as you'll find in this league. That's part of his greatness.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 6. 24 seconds left in the game. Four seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Money!
You know, when you're this aggressive on offense, you can be really hard to stop. Defense needs to make an adjustment.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Hey, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Line for the Nets, Ben Simmons taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
You know, when Simmons went #1 in the 2016 NBA draft, he was the 3rd pick in 11 years to have been born in Melbourne, Australia. Andrew Bogut was first, and then Kyrie Irving next, and then Simmons. Really remarkable. Perhaps something in the water down under?
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They trail by 6. 19 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Here's Middleton. He kicks it to Holiday. 3-pointer. Kept alive. Fires the 3. Middleton outside. For 3. From deep. Off target with that shot. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, TJ. Congrats on the win. You finished strong down the stretch. What was the difference?
We got stops when we needed it. We was able to convert on the offensive end. Just had to make a few adjustments. Able to sustain that and able to come up with a win.
Well, it was a great performance, man. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it for the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And those will be our starters. Some intriguing matchups on the floor tonight. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment.
Lonnie Walker IV.
Welcome, everyone. Here it is at long last. It's the start of the NBA regular season. I know everyone's just as excited as we are here on 2K Sports to get things underway. Alongside Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. We're pleased to be joined by one of the greatest players to ever take the WNBA hardwood, Candace Parker.
Thanks, BA. I'm really looking forward to this. This is going to be a lot of fun.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Friday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Steven Adams and the Memphis Grizzlies. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. The core of the dynasty all out there. Splash Brothers in the backcourt with Draymond at 4. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Kevon Looney. And for Los Angeles, the big three for this team all out there. Westbrook the point, LeBron and AD sliding in at the forward spot. Lonnie Walker is out there with Thomas Bryant. And AD, obviously somebody who can play the 4 or the 5 for you. In which role do you think he's more effective, Candace?
AD is effective at both, but at the same time, you know, he has an advantage when 5s guard him and when they're forced to guard him, because you honestly have 5 people on the court that are capable of bringing the ball up. So I would say AD playing against a bigger guy that has to step away from him is definitely to the Lakers' advantage.
Statistics show when AD's at the 5, the Lakers are at their best. Here's Walker. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Davis can't hit. Looney with the ball. The shot is good by Curry.
I love Curry's toughness, the work ethic. You can tell he cares.
Outside Walker. Pass to James. Shoots over Wiggins. And James gets it to go.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Curry, that's good.
Stephen Curry, as soon as he crosses the half-court line, he's in range.
Green against Davis. Westbrook outside. Pass to James. Drills it from deep. James has got 5. Candace, in women's basketball, a lot of players play overseas when the WNBA isn't in season. You can add to your income, and a lot of players need that income, of course. Can you talk about that aspect of the WNBA versus overseas and where we're going with that?
Yes, overseas is honestly where you make your living. For 10 years, I played year-round. WNBA season, October to April, I would go to Russia, and then I would come back and play in the WNBA season again. So it definitely is a grind, but the WNBA is honestly the summer job. Playing overseas really does benefit your career.